Hi guys, this is Monique and I'm back with a new video on Style Viral. And I want to talk about relationships and I kind of want to do a mini series. So this is probably going to be broken up into several different parts, or I'll try to bring you a new relationship topic maybe each week. So the first thing that I want to talk about in regards with relationships are terms. Whenever you go to a website or you agree to sign up for something, you have to read the terms. Well, you don't have to read the terms, but you have to at least scroll through them and accept the terms of whatever you're getting yourself into. Um, and it's that way for most sites, if not all sites. And even if you don't have to press an agree button at the bottom of the page, and even if you go to the bottom of your YouTube page right now, there's a button on the left hand side that says terms. Those terms are to let you know what you're kind of getting yourself into. This is what you agreed to utilize this service. Um, and I believe terms are important because they should be utilized in relationships. Um, I have friends. I have three best friends, girls that I love dearly, and sometimes they will come to me with their relationship problems or things that their spouse does, is doing that they don't like, or something that they didn't feel like they agreed to in the beginning of their relationship, but they actually did. And what I mean by that is one of my friends had a baby by a guy, and throughout their relation, before they started dating, they were just having casual sex. We're adults, so if you're a kid or someone who's younger than 16, I'm putting up the parental controls now, so you probably should click off of this series. Um, for warnings. When they started dating, they were just people having sex. They weren't in a relationship. They weren't talking about a relationship. It was late night booty calls, and that was it. It wasn't, we're in love, we're going to make this work, a type of situation. And what happened over time is she got pregnant and he started to disappear. He kind of wanted to walk away from the situation. And she didn't understand why. Now, what I tried to explain to her is in the beginning of your relationship with him, there were terms. And your terms were, this is sex, this is strictly sex, and nothing shall come from this. However, when you add a child into a situation, it does get different. But for someone who wasn't planning on having a baby with you, someone who wasn't expecting this, someone who just thought he was going to have sex with you and then just keep moving on, the terms were simple. This is sex. This is only sex. This ain't going to be nothing else. We're not doing anything else. I don't want to go to the movies. I don't want to take you to dinner. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. This is what this is. And I have a problem with people who say to me, oh, he's acting different, or, I don't like this behavior now. If you were talking to a guy for a year and he was partying with his friends, smoking, drinking, sleeping with other people, doing whatever he wanted to do, now that it's a year later or 2 years later, you cannot expect for that person to just wake up, because those weren't the terms. Even if you think that this person should mature, and when you're having a baby with someone, they should mature, doesn't mean that's how it's gonna go. Like, this is what you signed up for. And I don't like it when girls are like, oh, I never signed up for this. I thought because this baby was coming, he was gonna change. If a boy cheated on you once and he cheated on you twice, and one more time he went out and did what he had to do, or whatever he felt he needed to do, the fourth time you cannot be surprised. You cannot say later, because you had a kid together, I thought this situation was going to change him. Because what you're doing is waiting on something that's not going to happen in your time. It's not your priority. You're not his mother. You're not any of that. You need to worry about you. When something like this happens, the only thing that you can do is stick to your terms. Now, if you're willing to rewrite the terms of your policy to be conducive with what he wants, that is fine. If you're willing to be cheated on, as long as he's going to stay around, then that's your business and that's fine. But if you're saying, I don't want someone who cheats on me and he keeps cheating on you, rip them terms up, let that go and walk away and let him go and do what he has to do, because he's doing it anyway. Like, you're not stopping him from doing what he has to do, and all you're doing is driving yourself crazy, stressing yourself out, and making yourself miserable because you want him to be the type of person that he isn't. Now, I'm going to give you an example of a situation that I was in. It was goofy. He was great. However, he said to me in the beginning, I've never dated a girl that I hadn't cheated on. And me, I'm like, I'm a great girl. I went to school. I graduated from college. I'm smart. I have my own car, my own apartment. I have my own things. No one else is supporting me. I can help him get to a point in his life where he didn't feel like cheating was something that was good for him. Now, mind you, throughout our relationship, he smoked. I don't smoke. He drank. I'm kind of with liquor, but nothing too. I don't do anything too serious. But I felt like, he should man up. He should do what he had to do to keep this relationship going. But I didn't think about, this is what he said. This is what he was willing to do in a relationship. He said to me, right out of his mouth, regardless of if I wanted to hear it or if I didn't want to hear it, I've never dated a girl that I didn't cheat on. Now, you can call it dumb, you can call it being silly, you could call it whatever you want, but the simple truth and fact is, I wasn't going to be the person to change him. He wasn't going to, be with me and never be with anybody else. It wasn't going to be like, oh, Monique's the best girl that ever happened to me. So, you know what? Tomorrow, I'm going to stop drinking. I ain't smoking no more. I'm going to quit all this stuff I've been doing for 5 or 6 years, and I'm going to be with her, and I'm only going to be with her. Because you don't have the power to change anybody in that way. People change when they get fed up with their own situations. If they're not fed up with their situation, they're not going to change. It's who they are. But like I said, you have to read the terms of your situation. You have to sit down with the other person, go through what you're willing to accept, what you're not willing to accept, and don't budge. If smoking is something you're not willing to accept, don't accept it. If someone who has children is something that you're not ready for, you're not willing to accept, don't do it. Because it doesn't make sense for you to be in a relationship with someone who has kids and hate kids. It doesn't make sense for you to be in a relationship with someone who has kids and then get upset with them because you want to go to the movies and he says, no, I have to watch my children today. You're making yourself miserable. Maybe this isn't a situation you're grown enough for, you're mature enough for, or maybe it's just a situation that you don't want to be in. You have to decide that for yourself, but you have to keep the terms that you're willing to accept in the forefront of your relationship, unless everything else is going to crumble. But like I said, guys, this is going to be the first series in my mini-series about relationships. If you guys want to know about something specific, or if you're dealing with a relationship issue, please don't hesitate to email me. My email address is mj.styleviral@gmail.com. Or you could leave me a comment below, or inbox me a message on my YouTube channel, and I will make that my next mini-series in relationships. If not, then I'll think of something and come back at you guys. If you have any questions, like I said, don't be afraid to hit me. Thanks, and have a great day.